Hello, and welcome. Today we are going to recap the intense and twist-filled 2024 thriller, The Mistress. This is a story about betrayal, dangerous secrets, and a woman who will do anything to get what she wants. The movie begins with a cold-blooded scene. We see a woman named Tracy sitting in a car with a man named Bishop. Tracy is calm and collected. Suddenly, she pulls out a gun and shoots Bishop dead, right there in the car. She doesn't panic, she doesn't scream, she acts as if nothing happened. She looks at Bishop's lifeless body and starts complaining to him. She is angry because Bishop took $1 million from her, and she wants it back. She talks to the dead man, blaming him for her money. As she is ranting, she gets an idea. She decides that since Bishop is dead, she will go after his wife to get her money back. To relieve her stress and frustration, she shoots Bishop's dead body again, just for satisfaction. In the next scene, a beautiful, sunny morning in a different house. We meet Ramona. She is preparing breakfast for her family. Her husband Jules and their daughter are sitting at the table, but they are both glued to their phones, ignoring each other. Ramona, wanting some family time, takes their phones away and tells them to eat. They start eating and talking. Jules asks Ramona about her work, and they seem like a happy couple. Before Ramona leaves for work, she and Jules share a sweet kiss. Ramona, who is a lead news reporter, heads to her office. However, as soon as she leaves, the perfect husband image crumbles. Jules, who is a doctor, gets ready to leave. But he is not going to the hospital. He is going to see his mistress. Ramona arrives at a crime scene. It is a murder investigation. Usually, reporters are not allowed inside the police tape. But Ramona knows the officer in charge. Because of her connection, she gets special access. She walks right up to the body to get the scoop for her news report. Meanwhile, Jules arrives at a different house. It is Tracy's house. Tracy is in the bathroom when she hears him come in. She calls out to him, but he doesn't answer immediately. Tracy looks in the mirror. Suddenly, she hallucinates. She sees her mother in the reflection. Her mother's image starts talking to her, warning her about men. Her mother tells her that men are no good, that they are unfaithful and cannot be trusted. But Tracy ignores the vision. She doesn't believe her mother. She trusts Jules completely. She looks around her house, filled with expensive furniture that Jules bought for her. She thinks about how he buys her everything she wants. To her, Jules is the perfect, trustworthy boyfriend. The next day, Tracy goes shopping. She uses a credit card that Jules gave her. She buys whatever she wants, trying on expensive clothes. She is so frequent a shopper that even the store owner knows her well and is very friendly with her. Back at the news station, a woman comes to see Ramona. It is Olivia Tyson, the wife of the murdered man, Bishop. Olivia is grieving, but she also has a motive. She tells Ramona that her husband was a womanizer who messed around with many different women. She believes that one of these mistresses killed him. Olivia wants Ramona to write a news story about this. She wants to clear her own name so that people don't think she killed her husband. Ramona listens carefully. She explains to Olivia that in murder cases, the spouse, the wife, or husband is always the first suspect. It is just standard police procedure. Olivia defends herself. She tells Ramona that she has proof of her innocence. She has security cameras at her house that show she was home alone when her husband was killed. She insists that the killer must be the woman her husband was cheating with. Ramona agrees to look into the story, but she warns Olivia. She tells her to get all her records and proof ready because the police will definitely want to see them to prove she is innocent. After talking to Ramona, Olivia goes back home. She is resting on her bed, trying to relax. Suddenly, she wakes up to find an intruder in her house. It is Tracy. Tracy is holding a gun. She points it at Olivia and demands her money. She tells Olivia that Bishop owed her $1 million, and she wants it back now. Olivia realizes two things. First, this is the mistress. And second, this woman killed her husband. Olivia looks at Tracy and says, "You wouldn't to kill him. He would have given you the damn money." She asks Tracy why she killed him. Tracy explains her side of the story. She says Bishop took her to a warehouse and tricked her. He told her he was investing her money in condo apartments, but he took the cash and never gave her any profit. He stole from her, so she killed him. Olivia, who doesn't believe Tracy's words, tells Tracy that she is being greedy. She explains that it would have been impossible for Bishop to pay back such a huge amount of money instantly, without people noticing. She claims Bishop was paying Tracy back, slowly. She says, "Now you are just being greedy." This makes Tracy furious. She presses the gun against Olivia's neck. She accuses Olivia of trying to contact the police through Ramona. Olivia denies it, saying she only wanted a positive news story about her husband. Tracy gives Olivia a final warning. She tells her to sell the house, use Bishop's life insurance money, do whatever she has to do, but she must pay Bishop's debt. She'll give her 2 days for that $1 million. Tracy then leaves the house. Ramona is smart. She had a feeling something might happen, so she had someone from the news station watching Olivia's house. But Olivia doesn't know this yet. The next day, Olivia comes back to see Ramona. This time, she isn't there to ask for a story. She is there to give information about Tracy. But Ramona and her colleague Greg are already ahead of her. Greg saw Tracy leaving Olivia's house the day before. So Ramona asks Olivia directly, "Did you hire Tracy to kill Bishop?" Olivia immediately denies it. She tells them what happened, that Tracy broke in, admitted to killing Bishop, and demanded $1 million. Olivia explains that she is scared to go to the police because they might twist the story and think she hired Tracy as a hitman. Ramona understands. She asks Olivia if her home security cameras recorded the conversation with Tracy. Olivia says her cameras are motion detectors, so they might not have video of everything, but the audio of the entire conversation would be recorded on the DVR system. Greg tells Olivia that he will check the CCTV footage for her. He tells her to keep this secret and not to tell anyone. After Olivia leaves, Greg tells Ramona that he believes Olivia is telling the truth. Ramona starts to worry. If Tracy is this dangerous and she is a mistress, could she be a threat to her own husband? Ramona suspects that Jules might be falling into a similar trap. So, Ramona the beats a test. The next day, she sends a secret gift to her husband, Jules. When Jules receives the gift, he opens it. Inside is a framed photo of him and Tracy together. In fact, Ramona had edited the photo just to test her husband. But Jules, seeing the photo, assumes it is a romantic gift from Tracy. He smiles, thinking his mistress sent it. Meanwhile, Tracy is shopping again. She tries to use the credit card Jules gave her to buy more expensive clothes, but the card is declined. It has no money left and has expired. The shop owner, who was so nice before, gets angry and kicks her out. To make matters worse, when Tracy goes outside, her car has been stolen. Humiliated and furious, Tracy storms into Jules's office. She bursts in, ready to yell at him. But she finds Jules with another woman. Tracy realizes he is cheating on her too. She chases the other woman out and confronts Jules about the money. Jules.com, as ever, just gives her a little bit of cash to shut her up. Tracy takes it, but she remembers her mother's warning. Men cannot be trusted. Back at the news station, Ramona and her team are listening to the audio from Olivia's house. They hear Tracy's crazy threats. Ramona concludes that Tracy is a psychopath. In the next scene, Olivia receives a gift package, similar to the one Jules got. Inside, there are chocolates. Olivia, thinking it's a nice gesture, eats one. Suddenly, she can't breathe. She collapses and is rushed to the hospital. She almost dies. The doctor tells her she had a severe allergic reaction to peanuts. Olivia says she knows she is allergic, but she didn't think the chocolates had peanuts. She calls Jules and asks him why he sent her peanut chocolates, when he knows she is allergic. Jules is confused. He says, "Baby, I didn't send chocolates." Then, the topic of the photo gift comes up. Jules says, "No, you sent me that picture." Tracy, who is with Jules, hears this, realizes Jules's wife is messing with them. While Jules and Tracy are at the hospital, Ramona goes to Tracy's house. She breaks in. She sees all the expensive things Jules bought for his mistress. Furious, Ramona takes everything, every bag, every shoe, every piece of furniture that her husband's money paid for. She leaves the house empty. When Tracy and Jules return to Tracy's house, they are shocked. The house is bare. Tracy panics, screaming about her things. Then she sees something on the floor. It is a family photo of Jules, Ramona, and their daughter. Tracy knows Ramona did this. She yells at Jules, telling him it was his wife. But Jules refuses to believe Ramona would do something like this. Tracy loses it. She screams, demanding that he cut off his wife. Jules gets angry at her for insulting his family. He ignores her apologies and storms out. The next day, Tracy decides to confront Ramona directly. She goes to Ramona's office building and waits for her. When Ramona arrives, Tracy approaches her. She says she wants to talk about Jules. Ramona doesn't back down. She looks Tracy in the eye and asks, "Do you honestly believe that he is going to leave his family for you?" Tracy insists that Jules loves only her. Ramona laughs. She tells Tracy that her marriage was fine until Tracy came along. She insults Tracy, calling her nothing more than a prostitute for men. She asks, "Don't you want a life of your own?" She tries to make Tracy see that she is just depending on men to survive. Tracy gets angry. She warns Ramona, "You are playing with fire." She threatens to destroy everything Ramona owns. Then she leaves. But she doesn't know that Ramona recorded the entire conversation. Ramona goes home. She is now 100% sure her husband is cheating. She confronts Jules. She asks him why he was at Harper Hospital last night. She asks why over $7,000 was spent by someone from their bank account. Jules lies. He says he had to pay for a client's needs for his mistake. She got angry and disappointed. So she asks him point blank, "How many times are you going to do this?" Jules continues to pretend he doesn't know what she's talking about. He denies everything. Ramona's teammate, Charlie, investigates Tracy further. Then she finds out that Tracy uses many different names. She has a history of dating men and using them for money. She is a professional con artist. Meanwhile, the police are investigating Bishop's murder. They find a gun, the murder weapon, and on that gun, they find Jules's fingerprints. The police bring Jules in for questioning. He suspects him of killing Bishop, and he demands the truth. Jules denies killing anyone. The police realize what is happening. He tells Jules that he is being framed. He tells him that Tracy is using him, and he warned him, "If you don't tell us about her, you will go to prison for the rest of your life." But Jules is weak. He is caught in Tracy's web of lies. He keeps denying everything. When he is released, he furiously tries to call Tracy, but Tracy's phone has been hacked by Ramona. Jules's calls don't go through. Instead, Tracy receives threatening text messages that look like they are from Ramona. Tracy believes Ramona is taunting her. Enraged, she breaks into Ramona's house. She goes into Ramona's bedroom and writes a threatening message on the mirror with lipstick, warning her to back off. Ramona comes home and sees the message. She calls her colleague, Charlie. Charlie tells her that he has found proof. She says Tracy is a bona fide psychopath. She has evidence linking her to everything. She tells Ramona she is in her car and is coming to show her the proof, but she never makes it. Tracy is hiding in the back seat of Charlie's car. As she is talking to Ramona, Tracy pops up and kills him. Ramona hears the struggle and the silence on the phone. She knows something terrible has happened. She tracks Charlie's phone and rushes to her location. She finds Charlie's car, but Charlie is already dead. As she stands there crying and calling for help, Tracy steps out of the shadows. She has been waiting for Ramona. Tracy attacks Ramona. The two women fight violently. It is a battle for survival. Ramona fights back with everything she has. Luckily, Ramona manages to overpower Tracy. She knocks Tracy unconscious and calls the police. However, by the time the police arrive, Tracy has woken up and escaped. Ramona is devastated. She didn't catch the killer, and her friend Charlie is dead. A few days later, Ramona and Jules host a party for their friends. At the party, Jules acts like the perfect husband again. He stands in front of everyone and gives a speech about how much he loves Ramona. But Ramona has had enough. She stands up and shows the proof of how her husband is cheating with other women. Everyone expects her to give a loving speech back, but they are shocked about that. One of the guests even punched Jules for cheating with his wife. Ramona then pulls out a gun and points it at Jules. In front of everyone, she reveals the truth. She tells the guests about his affairs. She exposes his lies. She frames the narrative so that the police have to arrest him. Jules is taken away in handcuffs. His life is ruined. But there is one final twist. Tracy is not dead, and she is not caught. And we learn the biggest secret of all. Olivia Tyson Bishop's wife was the one who hired Tracy to kill her husband in the first place. Tracy wasn't just a scorned mistress. She was a hitman hired by the wife. Years pass. Ramona has moved on. Her life is peaceful and happy. After Jules is released from prison, he comes to Ramona's house, hoping to get his family back. He knocks on the door. Ramona opens it. But she is not alone. Greg, her loyal colleague from the news station, is with her. They are a couple now. Ramona holds Greg's hand and kisses him, right in front of Jules. Jules is heartbroken. He realizes he has lost everything: his wife, his reputation, and his life. He takes his daughter and leaves the house defeated. Inside, Ramona and Greg sit down to watch TV. They are relaxing. Suddenly, a news report comes on. On the screen, they see a familiar face. It is Tracy. She is alive, free, and looking for her next victim. Ramona stares at the screen for a moment. Then, her new husband simply picks up the remote and turns the TV off. She is done with that part of her life. The movie ends. Thank you for watching this recap. We will continue to bring you amazing stories like this, so please support the channel. Thank you to all the viewers.